Mr. Flint is a lifestyle coach. He does personal one-on-one counseling as well as some tremendous seminars on self-development. And I have been asked across Canada many times, where can we get good self-development versus the raw stuff? Richard's a very intelligent man, a very knowledgeable person, and brings a tremendous amount of experience to the table. And I felt it was time to introduce him to people in Canada through my particular network. And I wanted Richard to talk to you this morning a little bit about what is self-development, as well as his upcoming Star Maker course that will be held in the beautiful Cheyenne Mountain Resort in Colorado Springs, Colorado.
Bob, I appreciate the opportunity to spend a few minutes with your people. For 34 years of my life, I have been traveling this globe from one end to the other, sharing my research and my insights with people from all different walks of life and from all different industries. And people ask me all the time, how can you talk to so many different industries? You can't know everything about everything. I tell them, no. My gift is the area of human behavior and helping people to gain clarity on those little things inside them that keep creeping into their life and holding them hostage on their pathway to success. Because so many times it's only you and I that get in our own way. And we sometimes try to look at all of our struggles, we try to look at all the events in our life, and we try to figure out, why in the world can't I get by this? Well, the reality is the situation or the event is not the issue. It's the challenge. The situation or the event is the behavior that you bring to that particular scenario in your life. Bob knows that I am known for my philosophies. For 37 years of my life, 365 days a year, when I get up in the morning, I write a philosophy that governs my life for one day. And probably the most valuable philosophy I've ever written only has 3 words to it. Behavior never lies. I believe that the essence of truth is not what you say, it's what you do. And when you look at yourself from the inside out and you see what's going on, how much of the confusion and the conflict in your life is created because of the behavioral conflict that you have many times among your people. See, I also believe that anything you don't confront, you validate. So anytime there's something I need to confront and I don't, I validate that behavior. So my crusade, and it's not a mission, it's a crusade, is every day to walk into the lives of people and to offer these people the opportunity for 3 things. To be better. Most people are trapped in their world of sameness. I mean, if I came to your shop, came to your business, and just did a little bit of research, would I find any issues within your environment that you're struggling with today that you've been struggling with for some time? And you keep talking about that you need to do something about it, but you keep repeating the same behaviors that keep you trapped in whatever that issue is. To be better, you've got to face your behavior. I also every day want people to be smarter. And smarter is not knowing more than everybody else. Smarter is taking the lessons that you have in life and implementing them, and not into a process of change, but into a process of improvement. Because if I talk to you about change, it comes from your emotions up, and by the time it gets to your mind, you've already worn yourself out, because most of us want to improve as long as we don't have to change anything. And being smarter is understanding there are lessons in life that when I implement them, they improve myself and they improve my organization. And then the third thing on my crusade that I want every day for people is I want you to be taller. Not in stature, but in presence. I think the greatest compliment that can ever be paid to a human or to a business is that you have a presence that is present when you're not present. And when you can achieve that, having a presence that is present when you're not present, it guarantees growth in your business. Now, I do this in several different ways. I do it through the seminars that I do. I do basically 150, 175 different programs a year. I do it through the material that I've created. I've done over 100 CDs, over 40 DVDs, have my own radio show, and every day I'm working to gather information to help people. I do it through my Morning Minute, where every morning people get a 60-second email video from me with one of my philosophies of life. And from that, I give them some wisdom to implement it. And then the other way I do it is I do it through my Star Maker Conference. Every year, I invite 200 people to come spend a weekend with me. And we've done 20 of these. This year will be our 21st Star Maker. Every year is a different theme. Every year is a different venue. And what I want is I want to take this environment and I want to pull together information that I know you need for your life. Last year our theme was Life Made Simple. And this year in 2012, our theme is Dream Big Now. See, here's what I see happens in people's lives. It's not that they don't have a dream, but that dream gets cluttered under all the things that they have in their life that they don't complete. Because anything that you do not complete has continuation in your life. And that continuation, folks, is not mental, it's emotional. Because your emotions with anything you don't complete gets wrapped up in it. And the more emotions you have in any situation, the more challenging it is for you to complete it. Because once you avoid, and you don't walk away from, you avoid. Once you procrastinate with a situation, you give it a life of its own. And so the dream to the human life is important. Why? Because it's from your dream that you get your direction. It's from your dream that you fuel your desire. It's from your dream that you get your determination. It's from your dream that you get the discipline to make things happen. So when I was looking at what I wanted to accomplish in 2012 at Star Maker, I kept coming back to the concept of dreaming. Because I think that without a dream, you're lost. So what is a dream? It's the sketch. It's not a full-blown picture. Your dream begins as a sketch. And that sketch is what your mind uses to excite your imagination. You ever had a time in your life where there was something you really wanted, and your mind, your imagination was playing with it? And man, the more your mind played with it, the more excited you got, all of a sudden, you could actually see yourself achieving it. So your dream is the sketch that your mind uses to excite your imagination and then fuel your desire. Because, folks, the opposite of desire is fear. Fear erodes your desire. What eats at your passion? What locks you in the circle of sameness? What keeps you from really doing the things you talk about wanting to do with your life? It's fear. And you have to understand that fear is an emotion. And in your life, when fear takes control, it brings so many of its friends with it that it creates like this internal jungle inside of you that no matter how much you try to dream, your dream gets tied up in all of this wilderness of emotions, and it just exhausts you. So you need that dream, that sketch, to keep your imagination alive and to fuel your desire to do what? To achieve. When you and I become satisfied, we become stuck. When you and I reach a point where we want to just keep things the way they are, we've started our own internal death. When you and I are not fueled with a desire that we want to achieve, we want to see how far we can go, we want to find that adventure, we want our life to be alive with focus and with energy and enthusiasm and imagination. So your dream is the sketch your mind uses to excite your imagination, to fuel your desire to achieve, and to push you forward. I'm working with a collision repair shop right now outside of Toronto, and I was having a conversation with Albert this morning, and we were talking about, Albert, you're at an intersection. You see, there are crossroads and intersections. Are crossroads not too challenging because you only got to look in 3 different directions. But in an intersection, there are multitudes of things coming at you at one time. And I said, Albert, you're at an intersection. And you've been sitting here at this intersection trying to wait for the safe time to make these decisions. And Albert, the longer you sit here, the more satisfied, the more stuck you become. And it's time that you trust yourself. It's time that you believe in yourself. And it's time that you push your life forward and get out of this circle of sameness. Get out of this rut that you're in. Because when fear takes over, what does it do? It makes us play what if. So we know what we want to do, but then what do we talk about? Well, what if? And when your imagination is alive and you're fueled by the desire to achieve, what's the conversation? What can I do? So the dream is the sketch your mind uses to excite your imagination, fuel your desire to achieve, push you forward, and then what? Fill your life with 3 things. Meaning. Do you understand something? If you don't have a meaning for your life, you get up every day without a direction. Fulfillment. What happens if at the end of the day you don't feel fulfilled? You feel like that day was a waste. You go home and wonder what you had accomplished that day. But when you're alive with your imagination and that sketch is being colored with your energy and with your enthusiasm, and every day you're seeing the lessons and you're seeing the accomplishment, man, your inner well of motivation is filled and you feel fulfilled. And then abundance. What is abundance? It's the joy to what you're doing. What is abundance? It's the peace that you get in your life when you know you're doing what you know you need to be doing. What is abundance? It's you believing in you and knowing that even where you are today, there is something better than that. So that dream is the sketch your mind uses to excite your imagination, fuel your desire to achieve, push you forward, and fill your life with meaning, fulfillment, and abundance. Can you picture what that life would be like? That, to me, is the total picture of success. So I got 2 questions I want to put in front of you. The first one, why are dreams important to your life? I don't know if you ever saw the movie Pretty Woman, but I saw that movie 27 times. It was the movie of the month on Delta Airlines, flying back and forth across the skies. And in the opening of that movie, the gentleman walks across the screen and he asks, "What's your dream?" Everybody needs a dream. And that is so true, because dreams bring certain things to your life.